What is up, everybody, and welcome to the FPL WildCats Live. Thank you for joining us this Thursday evening. I hope you're all doing well, and I will pass over to Nim. But before we do that, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified when our streams go live, and take it away, Nim.
Yeah, thanks, Jane. Welcome everyone to the stream. Hope you're all doing well. Brett's not here this week, but we are joined by our buddy FPL Focus. How you doing, Graham?
All good, Nim, yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. Well, Ray's triple captain Salah is playing right now. So this is a game week 27 Q&A, but we will also be doing a bit of a watch along for him. So Ray, how are you feeling at the moment?
Nervous as. I mean, I want to focus on you guys. You're all lovely. But
Thank
I'm
you.
watching down at my phone the whole time. Like,
Yeah, but forget you guys.
Yeah,
I need my
don't
captain
worry
to
about
score.
but
Yeah.
good to see you all. And guys, thanks for watching along as well. Always a pleasure.
Cool. So before we look ahead to Double Game Week 27, let's take a look at how we all got on in Double Game Week 26. So Graham, would you like to kick us off with how you got on, buddy?
Yeah, so 91 points in double game week 26, and I
Nice.
took a -8. So, I mean, it's a green arrow at the moment. I can't complain. Like Ray, I've captained Salah, but not tripled. So, really relying on him right now. Do something, Mo. As the background shows, he needs to do something. So, Martinez with 12 points. He probably should have had more than that. Obviously, that shock result with Villa. Stones getting a 10. Didn't play the next game. So that's another double game week player not doing his double. Shaw coming up good. Digne coming up good. Both 2 clean sheets. Brilliant. Salah playing now. James Rodriguez was a disappointment, to be honest with you. Didn't play any of the games. It was a last-minute injury in training. But I did expect him to maybe feature today, not to be. Gutted. Fernandez, 6 points. We all know about that. We've seen him not do what he's supposed to be doing. Gundogan, 6. And coming off the bench to get an assist. So happy with that. Got to be if they're coming off the bench. Phil Foden, not coming off the bench, not doing anything said game. Came off the bench first game, just a point. So Bamford 2 and Vardy for me on a 4, terrible, has to go. No Maddison, no Barnes. And as you can see on my bench, Reguilon, who I swapped for Chilwell, possibly a bad move, especially if Chilwell keeps a clean sheet now. Antonio doing the goal against Man City, which was a nice bonus. Mitchell not playing either, and Forster getting 2 points just for playing. So because I didn't expect him to play. And that basically sums me up, guys.
Still, 91 points is good. You know, it's still really, really good. Does
I
that, do you
think
know
he
if
was
you're on?
updated, so he's on more now.
Yeah,
He was on the graphic shows
89? minus
89, but that's with the -8, so
eight?
with plus
Okay.
the 8, it's 97.
J&O,
Cool.
our live correspondent.
Giving us the live video feed.
Brilliant.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'll head on over to Ray while it's halftime and let him get his team update in before the second.
Time that well. It's half time. Now he can talk.
Go on,
go
then,
ahead,
Ray.
yeah?
Yeah.
So currently, as we speak, at halftime, I'm on 91 points, but -4, that'll make it 87. Today, I kind of got butchered with Digne and Richarlison, but however, I'm still on a green arrow of 3K. So hopefully, with Salah performing, I can, make that grow more. Of course, I was all over triple captain Salah to a point that even when I doubted it, I was like, well, I'm going quids in now. So I'm actually quite happy with the game week. I think my City boys, Diaz and Stones, have been brilliant. I've had them for, I think, about 2 months now combined. Martinez did a fantastic job. Target, brilliant. Fernandez, him not returning was excellent for me. It kind of kept me on the green. I went for Bamford and Rafinha, and I was very tempted to play Antonio, but Man City have been so brilliant defensively that I didn't expect them to actually concede. But I must say, West Ham, I think out of the 21 game winning run, I think West Ham have played the best against Man City. They really impressed me quite a lot. So I've got an eye on Jay Lings, especially with the game week 29 coming up, because that's kind of like my thing now. So I'm all set up. Happy that Kane didn't really return either. So yeah, I will get a green arrow. Will be probably just inside 70k. But planning ahead, but just hoping Salah returns for me.
Nice. Good. One of the Wildcats doing really good. Okay, over to Jay. How are you doing in comparison?
Is that why we brought him in? Just so we had a World Cup that was doing good?
No, I couldn't possibly say.
We're like, none of us are doing well enough. Who's doing well? Ray, come on in.
Let's just hire Ray.
Okay, so as it stands, according to the graphics sent by Brett, so he still has done some work for this week. Before this game, I was on 83, but that is with a -4 down to 79. Unfortunately, Kane didn't really perform for me, despite the fact that Spurs have scored a few goals over this double game week. He only was involved in one of them, so I was really hopeful when I actually saw the final score over the weekend. And then to see he'd only been involved in 1 goal out of 4 was really disappointing. The fact that so many of the other big captaincy options haven't returned, though, I suppose makes it that Kane was the best option, at least for now. Of course, Salah could change that. The Man City rotation does affect my score quite significantly. If any of them could have played both games, maybe we could have had a better game week, but Martinez coming in with a clean sheet like he usually does. Shaw, who livefpl.net shows me is a differential when he does come in with a clean sheet, managed to get 12 points, so that's a pretty good return. But again, disappointing Calvert-Lewin as well, not getting involved in goals either. Although I suppose he was very heavily captained, so that probably actually helped my rank. It's a small drop. It's about a 3k drop, 221,000 now. But yeah, I kind of just want this big double game week to be over. I think I prefer single game weeks.
Agree.
Yeah, it's not exactly been fun. So Brett triple captained Calvert-Lewin, right? So I think that's the case. So we've literally, at the moment of the triple captain, as you're winning with Kane out of us Wildcats. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, Brett did triple captain Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kurt, have you used your triple captain yet? And I have been asked to ask you, what did you get tattooed on your forehead?
Good old Mig.
He got tattooed FPL.
69 likes on this video. I'll reveal the tattoo that is hiding behind this.
69. Okay, so we got 7 now, so just 59 to go. It's all good.
You want to take it off, it'll be game week 29.
He'll say 69.
Mom, like the video.
Yeah, go on, buddy. Tell us how you got on. If you held your triple captainship, tell us why.
Because I didn't really have confidence in anyone returning. I looked at my team. I made some silly decisions. I got rid of Antonio, and he scored. I got rid of Diaz, and he got a clean sheet. I brought Ederson in or got a goal, sorry, which is as good as, if not better than, a clean sheet. I brought Ederson in, kept Sterling. I just made all the wrong decisions. And I just had a really bad feeling that this week would be a week where I'm looking at me options. I'm thinking, I don't see anyone doing too well there. I looked at Sterling. He was an option, but I knew Sterling would blank in one, definitely, and probably also miss out, or maybe blank and come off early, or only get 20 minutes off the bench. I looked at Fernandes and thought, I just look at those 2 games, Chelsea away. Historically, I'm pretty sure earlier in the season that was a 0-0. I can't remember if it was or not, but I'm pretty sure it was 0-0. And in Crystal Palace away, let's be honest, Palace are a boring. I'm not going to S-house of a team.
Sorry, Mig.
I'm not sorry.
Not sorry.
No. I like Mig. I don't like the team he supports. Outdated manager playing outdated football means it's going to be a 0-0, isn't it? And it ended up being a 0-0.
It should mean that Man United should absolutely steamroll them, but of course they didn't.
Yeah, but sometimes you can have all the flash players in the world, you can have all the skill, but a standard 4-4 in 2 is enough to get through any team if you do drill them right and have the old-fashioned fundamentals set in stone, which Palace do. But
I don't know about that. It's like the first clean sheet they've kept in I don't know how long.
And I think without Zaha as well, they've just gone uber defensive, in my opinion.
Yeah. The problem is with Palace is that's the first clean sheet in so many times, because they're looking at that team thinking, we're not going to outplay Man United anywhere. Let's just sit at the back and hope for the best. And Man United don't have much. I mean, Fernandes is best when a team is giving him space, but when a team is giving him no space, he can't create.
I know.
So there's the big problem with that, and that's what I felt with that Fernandes captaincy. I could have captained Spurs, but again, who knows with Spurs at the moment. But yeah, in general, I just went with Digne. Or Digne, Diang.
Yeah, Diane.
No, you wish you
Diagne.
went with Digne. Would have got you a lot more points.
Or Aina Nim.
Yes, Aina, apparently. Yes, I was listening out tonight.
No, in general, it was pretty pants. I just had one of those feelings that maybe other players would have scored well, but I looked at my team and thought, there's no one there I'm comfortable enough triple captaining on. And there's double game weeks to come. There will be games. And even then, just triple captain on a single game week when you know someone's going to play and you know that the team they're playing is a bit sort of pants at the back.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way forwards. Or even just trying to recoup, maybe if you don't use your free hit in a game week like 29, then potentially if you only got 6 players playing, you triple captain the right person, they get 2 goals and an assist, all of a sudden that game week's fine and you've managed to go through it and you've used triple captain in a weird place. But I said before, like I had a game week a few years ago when Salah got 4 goals against Watford and I had 8 people playing. But I ended up getting a green arrow because Salah was my captain.
Mm.
So if you can do that well, then yeah, I just looked at my team. I wasn't confident, and having the massive score of 76 with most of them, if not all of them, playing twice, then it's pretty much summed it up. Oh, and Martinez was on my bench. Edison played, Martinez was on my bench. So all in all, I'm going to go now. So.
Yeah. This game week, and yet I still did it. Genuinely, like I didn't really have a pull either way for the triple captaincy chip or the bench boost. And maybe when it's like that, you really shouldn't do it. Kurt listened to that inside person. I, on the other hand, was like, "Ooh, shiny double game week! I have to play it." So, yeah, honestly, my team was an absolute disappointed. You get all excited for these double game weeks and they often just don't deliver. I'm currently on 81 points before this Liverpool game started, and that is a red arrow. So 81 points is a red arrow, believe it or not, and that is just madness. Martinez delivered in one game but dropped the ball in the second. Can't complain with his 12 points though. I was done over like Jay by Pep Roulette. Cancelo only playing the one game and conceding. Stones only playing the one game, but at least grabbing a goal from that. Leeds all round were an absolute disappointment in their single game. I think we were all expecting a little more from them after what they did last game week. Gundog got a little bit of rotation, but did manage an assist for me, so he's been doing great. Sonny smashed it out the park in the first match and might have had an assist in tonight's one, but that goal took a bit of a deflection, so he didn't get it, unfortunately. Bruno was my triple captain, absolute massive letdown, but you know what? He did at least beat Mane, who I triple captained last season. So for that, I have to be a little bit positive and grateful for. But yeah, I think with Bruno, because I wasn't really feeling the triple captain chip and I didn't really know who to go for, and I was a little bit worried about Spurs, and Kane sitting deep, which did happen this evening, but obviously didn't happen the first game. I think Bruno felt like the most safe out of all of them, just because it's rare that he goes a couple of games where he doesn't blank at all, and unfortunately this just happened to be one of those weeks where that happened. But I have to say, he looks knackered. He just looks so tired, and that's the main problem with somebody like Bruno, is just that he gets played every match, and it shows sometimes in these midweek games. Salah was a letdown in the first match. Let's see if he can change that here in the second half of this match. DCL blanked in both matches, and Kane was my player in this week for the -4. Captain Hindsight says I should have triple captained him as always planned, but happy to have him in my team. And thankfully, he didn't absolutely mully me. So that's at least a good positive. But yeah, just can't quite believe that 81 points is a red arrow. I mean, it's just, yeah, stumped. Absolutely stumped on that one. Okay, guys, let's move on to the questions this week. Kurt, do you want to keep note of some of the questions for me?
Go
Do
for it.
Brett's job so that we can do a quick fire at the end. Okay, FPL Chinook says KDB massively underperforming his stats from last season. Is a return to form and subsequent hauls about to happen, or are the golden days of the Ginger Prince over? So, Focus, what do you think? Is KDB gonna get back on form now and be worth our investment?
I think at the end of the day, we all know he's one of the best Premier League players. His record speaks that, with all the assists right up there. And he did have the injury. So all he needs is a few more games. Just got to get a string of games together and get that back. But you've seen that ball that he put in. I can't remember what game it was, but he pinged that ball in so precise, right in there to, who was it?
Diaz, was it? You talking about the West Ham game with the cross to Diaz?
Yeah, bang on.
The outside of the foot. Outstanding.
Different class.
No, the left foot. Yeah, the left foot. Sorry.
He can do that anytime, pick out them sort of balls, passes. I think, yeah, we will see more from him.
Yeah, definitely. Jay, your thoughts on KDB?
Well, the way I see it is we all know his class. And he's playing in a side that are scoring goals. Whereas I feel like the issue with players like Salah, like Bruno at the moment, is they're quality players playing in sides that are struggling to break teams down. So I think just because we haven't seen it straight away, and you've got to understand he's just come back from injury, I do think it will be coming at some point. The only problem is you have a lot of players in that Man City side that could be scoring similar points, the likes of Mahrez, the likes of Ilkay, and then of course you've got the defenders that have been so reliable. Even if they do miss a game here and then, the clean sheets are coming in time after time. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on Kevin De Bruyne because he's still getting key passes in there. He's still a threat from, even if he is playing a bit deeper, he's got a long shot on him.
Ooh, they're checking a potential handball here.
Who for?
Oh, God.
It would be for Liverpool.
No, they're not. They're not.
They're not checking it.
They're not.
Yeah,
that's why I went. They're not.
How are they not checking? It's hitting there.
It's this Chelsea thing, man. Hudson-Odoi and now bloody.
Yeah, you've got to give Hudson-Odoi a break. He's had a hard time of it recently.
Oh, no, don't start. Please do not get me started on it, honestly. Okay, Ray, any thoughts on KDB?
Yeah, so while he was injured and my three assets are doing so well with two defenders and Gundogan, I was like, it's all right, if KDB comes back, whatever. But so he's made 20 appearances and got 14 returns, so 3 assists, 3 goals and 11 assists. And he should have got 7 or 8 goals on his expected goals. He's missed a lot of one-on-ones. The thing for me with KDB is obviously, form is temporary, class is permanent, is I think he will start to really, eventually start hauling, because when he's on the pitch, he very much carries that talisman mantle, if you like. I still feel everything goes through him, potentially to the detriment of Man City, because I feel like it's very predictable. Everything goes through KDB. While KDB was out, I felt like there were different variations of attack all over the place. But it's very normal to give the ball to your best player. And for me, KDB's best player in the league. So after that blank game week, which I won't say, in game week 30, I'm likely to wildcard, and that will probably have KDB in there with Gundogan and Diaz. That's my thinking, because when he's fit, he doesn't get rotated, does he? He always plays. So, and I feel like Pep wants to make a statement in the league and just absolutely destroy everyone, even when they've kind of got it sewn up. So he's strongly on my radar to bring in for game week 30 when I'm likely to wildcard. So I think he's a good option moving forward. And it could potentially be Son going out for me and keeping Kane. That's my thinking. So yeah, I like it.
Cool. Quickly, just before I go to Kurt on that, Chris, Lingard doesn't play in game week 29. He's not eligible to play against Man United. Okay, cool. So, Kurt, what's your thoughts on KDB?
Wait, West Ham play Man United?
West Ham play Arsenal in game 29.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
do they?
28.
28, is it?
Yeah, 28.
28. Okay, so they do. So he does play in the blank then.
Yeah, if you brought him in for game 28, you'd have to bench him.
Yeah,
So
he's going to
it's
have a
not-
blank game week between now and 29, but it's not in the blank game week. There you go. Okay, cool. Kurt, your thoughts on KDB?
He's a fraud. It's time to go.
Oof.
I mean, why would you have KDB when you can have Lingard? Lingardino.
No one.
Exactly.
Gundog,
I would have
baby.
Lingard, and I would also have Luka Milivojevic ahead of KDB any day of the week. No,
Yeah.
he's class. I mean, how can you say someone, potentially is the beginning of an end for someone that is that class? I mean, you give the ball 60 yards away, say, create a goal scoring opportunity, he goes, sure thing, and then just produces a bit of magic. I mean,
Yeah.
they've got players running onto the end of it easily. They know exactly what to expect from KDB. The players that have been there have, been there for, well, barring, maybe I can't remember the Torres. Is he the one that joined this summer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ferran
Torres,
Torres and Ake and Diaz, isn't it?
Apart from excluding Diaz.
Well, even Diaz knows to get into the box when Kevin De Bruyne's crossing it.
Obviously, yeah. But it's a lot of the players have over a year's worth of experience on playing with KDB, so they know exactly what he's going to do. And sometimes when someone's so good, you can't stop it. I mean, how many times have we seen the cross come in from KDB that is perfectly in between two defenders, ready for the free striker to head it home? That's not something that anyone else can do and put it on a plate week in, week out. So I'd say, I mean, with the fact that I still have Raheem Sterling for some reason, I don't know why. Potentially, I want to punish myself for something in a previous life. That's the reason I've kept him. Straight swap to KDB is a simple solution.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like a sideways move.
No.
Legit, it feels like an upgrade, in my opinion, that move.
100%.
So Jordan asks, should we be selling Fernandez for Son or KDB? Bruno doesn't have the best fixtures. What do we think on that then? Any thoughts on that, Focus?
Interesting one. I mean, obviously, Son's just done all right, hasn't he? KDB, like we spoke about earlier, is bound to come back into form. I think with the Pep roulette, KDB's pretty much untouchable there. Very rare does Pep rotate him. So, yeah, in regard, I'd go KDB.
Yeah. And what about you, Kurt?
KDB.
Yeah.
Cleared off the line.
Oh,
Oof.
Yes.
Oof. No, the
for
wrong
Chelsea,
line.
you mug.
Don't care. I'm happy with the game. I'm just going to celebrate anything that isn't a goal.
Salah! No.
What about you, Jay? Thoughts on whether to sell Bruno for Son or KDB?
Well, I mean, I still have Salah. So right now, Salah's more of an issue for me. Unless he does do something big, and then I might consider keeping him if he scores today. But for me, I think Bruno's done enough that I would still be looking to keep Bruno in my side. Because sometimes Man United do perform very well against sides that don't sit back, and that they can actually have space in behind their defence. So I do definitely consider Son and KDB as players I need to be trying to get in somehow. But I wouldn't necessarily it's at the expense of Bruno. For me, it's probably more at the expense of Salah.
Oh, I thought he was going to pass that to Salah, then he was going to run past the keeper. Yeah, I have Son and Fernandez right now. Like Ray, I'm triple City, so in order to get KDB, I'd have to drop one of my defenders, which isn't, out of realms of possibility, but it kind of feels like with them blanking 29, I'm kind of set in stone pretty much now until 30 with that particular situation. But like Jay, I have Salah, and well, I did say I'd give him the double game week, and if he didn't do anything there, I would seriously consider selling him. The question is, I just don't really know who to sell him on for at the moment. I mean, the logical person is KDB, and at the moment, I'm in a situation where it would take me 2 transfers to get rid of a City defender and switch Salah to KDB, and I'm not really sure whether to do that. I mean, it would be a -4. And will he play both game weeks? Or will Pep maybe rest him in one after him just coming back from injury? It's a bit of a difficult one, that one. But I think myself and Ray said before we start the streams that we've got Bruno and he's likely to stay for us. And that's kind of where I'm at with Bruno. I think he stays. I feel a bit hurt by him after, letting me down on the triple captain. But number 3 is my lucky number, and he did manage to produce 3 times that in both matches. So, he gave me the trip. So, yeah, he'll come back to it. Right, Jordan, that's that for you. Moving on, we have a few questions from FPL psychologist Gazka. He asks, KDB or Gundogan? So
Sorry,
what are you laughing at?
Ray's froze. It just makes me laugh because you think if he was
Is he actually frozen?
Don't worry, I've covered off the main important question. I've already clipped it.
That's why he was laughing. I
thought he was just enthralled in the game. I was just like,
as if my background currently says bad game week.
Oh no!
Yay for Jay!
Oh no! Concentration face
for Jay. Bring on the concentration face.
Oh dear. Yeah. So we'll just go round with the KDB and Gundogan question while we're waiting for this to be sorted out. So focus. That's just going to confuse Jay. He's like, oh, what?
So, yeah. Well, at least Ray's paying attention. So, yeah, I'd go. To that rotation. Damn you, Pep. So I'd probably go KDB if you got the funds. Just depends what funds you got and who you wanted to swap.
Okay, apparently we've got no sound now.
We should have sound again.
Okay, cool. Say that again, Focus. It's going swimmingly.
Frozen, no sound. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, yeah, Gundog if you wanted a budget option, and then KDB is not susceptible to the old Pep roulette. So if you've got the money to do a straight swap, you go KDB or Gundog if you want to save the funds and you want a big hitter like Kane up front, which is something that I can't do at the moment. But yeah, that's basically what I'd do.
Yeah, and what about you, Kurt? If you had to choose one or the other, what would you go for?
KDB or Gundogan?
Yeah.
KDB.
Okay, fair enough. Jay?
I was busy doing tech stuff.
Well,
so
yeah.
I didn't hear what the question was.
It's just KDB or Gundogan if you had to choose one.
If I had to choose, it'd probably be KDB, just for security of starts.
Yeah. I think that's it, isn't it, really? KDB if you've got the budget, otherwise Gundogan. Okay. Any word on how we're doing with Ray? He's not called back in yet. So should I move on to the next question? Okay. Is it time to drop Leicester assets? What do we think? Kurt? Is it time to drop Leicester assets?
I haven't had Leicester assets for ages, so I don't know.
Well, a lot of people went to Barnes
I was going to say,
last week, didn't
they were very
It's
interesting before, weren't they? When they were on fire for a little period of time.
And then Maddison going injured and Barnes
I think the players that were key to that are both now out. So I
Yeah.
don't personally like the look of Leicester at the moment.
How you thought
No.
the game week was going to go, how your game week's actually going.
Yeah.
Oh, that fantastic tweet will live long in the memory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, I haven't considered Leicester players once. Shock horror. I don't think I'll be considering them. Yes, they've got looking at them. Brighton away, Sheffield United at home. That good 2 fixtures in the blank, and then it just gets a bit iffy from there. There's sort of banana skin fixtures all the way through to the end of the season. You've got your tough games. Man City at home, West Ham away, Man United away, Chelsea away, Tottenham away, between 30 and 38. 4 banana skins in between them, between 32 and 35. If you haven't got them, I wouldn't say there's any rush. Maybe if you've got a free hit coming, then yeah, but they've only got 2 weeks of good game weeks, and it's just banana skins all the way through. I'd say no.
Yeah.
Right?
Ray's behind you. Yeah.
What do you think, Ray?
That's kind of creepy because he's just proper staring at the back of your head.
Well, he wasn't happy with
Salah off?
Oh my word.
Salah off.
Sorry,
Is
what?
that true?
Oh my word. He's taken
What?
Salah off.
Oh no.
Ray might not come back.
Yes! All right, let me see if I can get the graphics. But have we heard from him? Because I can try and get the
No.
graphics back.
No. We haven't heard from him.
That's it, we've lost him.
Come back, Ray. Come back. We will console you.
He's just heard the news.
Oh.
Oh gosh. He's not happy money, is he?
Oh.
So Ray, how's the game week going? Oh. Oh, stop.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. I can't believe that.
60th, is it before the 60th minute as well?
No. He got
it
his
was,
60.
okay.
He's all right. He's got his clean sheet. Basically, he's just
He didn't get
matched.
a clean sheet. It's 1-0.
Oh yeah. Oops.
Wow, way to rub it in, Nim.
Sorry, Ray.
No need for that.
I didn't.
The man suffered enough. I mean, look at him.
I didn't mean. I just forgot. Don't be mean. I'm not like that.
Oh.
Oh. Okay, this is horrific. I mean, this game.
This stream's gone brilliantly.
It's just awful on so many levels. Okay, I don't think Ray's ever gonna come back, bless him. Okay. Is it a good time? Where are you, Ray? It's an Arsenal question up next. Come on. Is it a good time to invest in Arsenal attacking assets? And which one or two do we look at, or do we look elsewhere? So focus. Come on, fellow Arsenal fan. Is it time to invest?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely got to be Bukayo Saka, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been superb, really good. And also protected by Arteta. So rested, meaning he's key. He's going to start. So my only concern would be that we are going for that Europa League now. So that might be rotation and, like I say, protecting Saka. So, yeah, Premier League games he'll play. And when he does, he's the one that will be providing the points, the assists, chipping in with the odd goal.
Yeah.
And Aubameyang has obviously come back into it a bit, hasn't he now? So
yeah, I mean, I think we need to see on Emil's injury a little bit.
Yeah.
But Saka's definitely, I think, especially for his price, it's not really going to do any harm. I still wouldn't invest in our defence. I just don't trust it whatsoever. Aubameyang possibly a little bit too expensive with the likes of, Bruno, KDB, Salah at the moment. But, if he starts firing, he could be an alternative, I guess, to some of those players that are tired and blanking. So it's just whether or not we prioritise that, those Europe games and he gets rotated too often. Kurt, your thoughts on Arsenal? Are they
like
assets?
They're sorry.
Well, we know you don't like them.
I did have Smith Rowe when I needed a cheap fifth option. To be fair, I mean, you can go as much as I love saying I can go back and look at the points where I've predicted things like Liverpool being pants, Man United being before they went off the boil and decided to draw every game 0-0 when they were up in the top. I've also got a fair few things eventually wrong. I mean, I'm pretty much confident. I said earlier in the season that Arteta should walk or be sacked because the Arsenal performances were diabolical. Eventually, he turned to the kids, and they've done all right. And you're looking at the price of them. And again, what Graham said, Saka's been rested, which shows he's probably one of the people that is relied upon more than anyone else. I mean, you've got Aubameyang, you've got Lacazette, you've got what's his chops, Odegaard, you've got Willian, you've got Pepe, but Saka's been rested. And if a player's being rested, then it's good signs to show that maybe not if they're getting rested in Premier League games, maybe it's not too bad, but it shows they're key and they're looked at as quite a vital player, which is always important. So I'd say, providing you pick the right ones, you're looking at maybe the full-backs if you go 5 at the back, which I'm pretty sure you do sometimes. I don't really know. I haven't really watched too much Arsenal. You're looking at Saka. If you want a cheaper option, Smith Rowe, although he's not guaranteed to play in, return as much.
Jay, are you ready with the screens, buddy?
No. No, God. Whenever you need
Willian
to.
He's looked good. Pepe seems to be a bit rejuvenated, so why not? Why not?
Yeah. Cool. We had Ray back there a second. So there he is.
Hey guys, sorry.
There he is.
At least that transition was smoother than the panic that ensued when you disappeared.
So if I was on the video when Salah was subbed, I would have absolutely raged. So
no.
My table got all the smack.
That's why it took longer than usual for you to get back in.
What's he doing?
I wanted to catch that so that we could clip that and it just be,
Well, maybe you could clip this. What's that moron doing? You're 1-0 down and you take
No, we need the table. We need everything.
Yeah, come on. Rage, Ray, rage.
Well, I already broke Zoom, so... Oh my god.
That was an absolute shock. Like, I just looked down and saw Salah walking off. I was like, hang on, wait. My brain just didn't compute for a second. And then Focus was like, Salah's going off. I'm like, what?
Who came on for him?
Ox.
Oh, yeah, my FPL league rival pinged a message to me. I have it on mute, but he added me, so it pings still, doesn't it? So
yeah.
I saw Salah, I was like, oh my, is it true?
It's just, oh, Ray, I'm so sorry, buddy. I mean,
God damn.
And there was, did you hear me? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say you were going to keep
livefpl.net and just pee my pants.
Honestly, it can't be.
Oh my god! So I'm still gonna get a 10k green arrow. We're good, folks. We're good.
Hey, get in, Ray. Get in. I feel like it's not a victory for us who wanted Salah.
He flossed the triple captain in a high school game. It still gets a green arrow.
Go on,
do you want some pepper with that salt?
Want some pepper? Want some vinegar? Give me all sorts of other herbs.
Say that again, Greg.
Probably because of DCL Fernandez missing as well, I'd say.
Yeah, if Richarlison and Digne didn't smash it the last 2 game weeks, I probably would have gone up to 50 odd.
Yeah, I was on a green arrow till the Everton game.
Green arrow's a green arrow. Got to take it.
Yeah,
you know what? If you offered me beginning the game week, Ray, you'll get a 10k green arrow, even with your triple captain fare, I would have said yeah. Because I hate the triple captain chip. I think it's an awful chip. Personally,
yeah. Can I just ask everyone a question?
Yeah, why not? Go for it.
Which is the worst chip, bench boost or triple captain? Worst / hardest chip to play?
Ooh.
Your opinion?
Ooh, Jay, you go first.
No, I'm still salty.
Let the salty
I'm
one
still
go
salty.
Oh,
I don't want to. I get the triple
salty.
captain right, and I still get a red arrow.
I didn't get it right, and I've got a red arrow, so it's just Ray being fantastic, clearly.
Lucky as hell, but yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, I don't know. Who have you got differently? Is it because you've got Diaz and Stones to my Cancelo and Stones?
but I've had Villa double defense like for about 6 weeks. So Martinez and Target have been in the whole time, and yeah, City defense. I think my defense is saving me.
And guess who I benched? El Mohammadi. But I wasn't going to play him over Cancelo. So.
No. Well, at least I didn't have anyone on the bench. That's something. So my team just did terrible even without my bench. Okay, chips. Kurt, which one do you think is worse, the triple or the bench boost?
In terms of hardest, bench boost.
Okay.
Because you've got I don't know if it's, if anyone can sort of remember back their bench boost for past years, it's been here. But if you look at, the bench boost and you look at your team, could you have filled up your bench of players that got 2 points or just blanked 3 points, maybe 2 points, 1 point? Because there's normally 3 or 4 players are in your 15-player squad, including a keeper, that gets nothing. So you're looking at it thinking, I've played a bench boost and I've played it well, but the way I always set it up is I always set up trying to play like if I was playing a normal 11 and had the ones on the bench, if so, because that way if you've wasted bench boost or not. And a lot of the times you find there's at least 4 players that are blanked. So the bench boost is definitely the cruelest, I'd say.
Yeah. I think the triple captain gives you like a psychological thought process that makes you think. Like last night, for instance, I was really gutted about it. But then I kind of realised, yes, it can make a big difference to your OR in terms of it can help take a chunk out. But at the same time, it's not as... how can I explain it? It's not as important as it feels in your head. Like the tripling, the tripling of the score is like it's all dependent on where you are on your rank. It's all dependent on what other players are like captained and triple captained that week, and so really, unless you go somebody uber differential and everyone else completely kind of blanks, like this week. Say you didn't go for anyone and maybe you went Bale or Son, triple captain, then you're going to, well, maybe not even Son because he might have been captain by quite a few, but like you said, Mahrez or Bale, then you'd be laughing, really. But otherwise, I think it gives you more of a psychological thought process, that it gives you a lot more than what it actually does, because you hear triple the score and it feels like very exciting when it doesn't really, it doesn't really give you that. So, like, which one I dislike, and well, I think it's probably the triple captain, because it just, apart from Aguero and the year that we went to the awards, where it was the last game week of the season that weekend, and I triple captained Aguero and he got a goal and an assist.
Amazing.
It's probably about the best I've done when it's come to the triple captain. And ever since then, it's been downhill with Mane and Bruno. But it's been probably... Yeah, so I'd say dislike it less, because it feels like it's one chance to get it right. And it feels like if it goes wrong, it's really bad. Whereas the bench boost, for me, you've got 4 players on that bench to try and sometimes if you use it in a double, even 8. So, yeah, that's probably what I would say. What about you, Ray?
For me, I think the hardest is the triple captain one, actually, because I think personally, I get so fixated with, who has a double, and how does the double look, kind of thing. Rather than maybe pick the best asset possibly. So last season was kind of like my first FPL season, really. And I think I triple captain Salah first game against Norwich. Yeah. Nice. Without understanding double game weeks and all this, because, I play different fantasy games. And then people mocked me, but then, you know, with the Mane one, for example, you know, I got 36 points off Salah that game, or i.e. 12 additional points, which is like a huge win.
Yeah.
So for me, that's actually the hardest chip because I think I played it on Salah just because I sold it on Salah and I thought, you know what, just go all in. But if I was thinking logically, I probably would have gone Kane, which has obviously worked out better, but not by a landslide. The one I really don't like is the bench boost. And the reason for that is because even though I think let me start again. I think you can get extremely unlucky with your benches sometimes. Like Nim, your benches have been insane. Some of them,
yeah. I mean, the last 5 game weeks, if I'd used the bench boost in any of those, I'd be 20 plus points better off. But this week, if I'd used it this week, I'd have absolutely tanked because I think I got like 6 points out of everybody. So.
Exactly, and you use it at the and that would have been the logical time to use it, isn't it? During a double game week or something very similar to triple captain. So it's actually a chip I don't like at all, and I think that is a stressful chip for me.
I used to like the all-out attack chip a lot.
Oh.
I was a bit
I heard
disappointed
about
they
that
took
one
that away.
before my time.
Yeah, no, I really liked the all-out attack chip. I really liked it. I know a lot of people didn't, but I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. Just for one game week, you could just have all attackers, and I just loved that.
And then all your defenders would get clean sheets.
Well, no, I was always quite lucky with it, I think. Maybe that's why I liked it.
I only like the free hit. Every other chip can get within.
Yeah.
I think triple captain...
And the wild card.
President of the Fantasy Premier League.
And the wild card. And the wild
chip plan. The free hit, and free hit.
Well, the thing is, the triple captain is only... You're going to captain that player anyway. Because you were going to captain whatever player you put the triple captain on. So it is literally, like for me, it was only 8 extra points. Whereas people are like, oh, you got 24 points off your captain. Yeah, but I was going to get 16.
Well, that's
so
it. How many points did you get for Kane?
24.
Triple captain? 24. And I got 18 for Bruno.
Oh, Bruno, okay.
So actually, what's that difference in a goal in a player next week for me to gain that difference? So it's not that bad, really. Whereas if I triple captain Son, then it'd be a different story.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, if you get it absolutely spot on, triple captain can be great. So there's been game weeks where players get 20 points. So if you triple captain them, then you get an extra 20.
Yeah.
Same with the bench boost.
I like the point Nim made is triple captain like a differential. Because if you triple captain Bruno and he went off on one, it's like, yeah, but I'm only making that, you know.
Yeah, your gain is only...
is a very minimal game, especially when you take into consideration...
That's the point I was trying to make in last week's stream.
You did, when you were thinking about Calvert-Lewin. But the thing is, Calvert-Lewin is still heavily
highly owned. Yeah, I didn't quite kind of process
If you went with Son, that would have been brilliant because no one would have captained Son.
I know.
But Bale.
Or Bale. That was oh my God.
Amazing. But
I love Gareth.
Like, I prefer it if they made it a significant difference. Make it say instead of a triple captain, it's a double captain. So you double the points. Make it so it's
a quad.
So a quad captain, whatever they want to call it. But yeah, just so there is a real difference between captaining and
like
using
one
the chip.
Triple at the start and one triple like first half, triple second half, so that
your vice. Okay, you're making it a bit complicated there. I was thinking like
triple,
or maybe
no. I mean in the first half of the season, not of the game. Although that would be lush, wouldn't it? Okay, this isn't going so well. Check out now. I'll use it. Use the second half of the chip in a different game. That would be cool.
But yeah, maybe you could also do the vice captain scores in the game week. They actually get captain points as well as your captain.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one. That's in Bundesliga, chip. Right? Yeah.
The VC chip. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, I would like to see some new ones. I would like some extra ones, some new ones. It'd be cool to switch it up a bit. Okay, McTavius has asked for his mini McTavius differential team. Captaincy for game week 27 is currently on Mahrez with his double, but should he move it to someone else, i.e. Mane or Firmino, or maybe Saka versus Burnley just for the Craig? So what do you think? I mean, for me personally, sticks on Mahrez there, but like especially given Mane and Firmino's performance this evening, Saka against Burnley, Ray. Arsenal fan, you missed the Arsenal question earlier. What do you think? Saka against Burnley?
Yeah, I like the call because he's going to return, isn't it? He got his rest. He didn't play in the last game against Leicester. So, and he's usually in the, central to everything we do attacking wise, and he's a brilliant player. So, I like it because I think Mahrez will only start one of the games.
Definitely.
So
I don't know. He's played 90 minutes of the last so
he's one of the few players that didn't get rested. So I reckon that means he will get rested next.
Do I think he'll return? Sure. I mean, he's an amazing player, but I'd want to see the rest of his squad. But I would maybe even be tempted to take out Mahrez.
He did post the rest of his squad on the tweet if you want to go see it, but obviously I can't show it to you.
Can you read me out the City assets, please?
Let me go find the tweet. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm finding it.
Damn you, Salah!
Yeah, poor old Focus had Salah as captain as well. So
I have no sympathy.
I changed my background and tried to move on. Just whatever. Stuff to you, Salah.
It's all right, I'll cry myself with those green arrows.
Can I ask you guys for some help for next game week? And obviously, it's the Man City guys with the double.
Yeah. We'll get round to that just a second because I found his team.
So she tells us to talk amongst ourselves and then goes, shut up, I've got it now.
Until I'm ready to speak, children.
Well, it's just I feel like you'll go off and then I'll need to come back again.
That's why you should never tell us to speak amongst ourselves. You don't know where we're going to go with it.
It didn't necessarily mean ask a whole new question. Anyway, he's got Patricio, he's got Alioski, Konza, Dunk, Digne, Mane, Saka, Mahrez, Harrison, Richarlison. Richarlison's on form at the moment. Firmino, and then on the bench he's got Gaeta, Smith Rowe, Shaw, and Abraham.
Okay, Mahrez out, Gundo in, captain Gundo. I think he'll start both games.
Okay, interesting. So that kind of moves us in nicely to Focus's question. Go on, Focus. You got the triple captain chip, right? And I'm assuming this is something to do with the double City game?
Yeah, so out of the City assets, I've got Foden, Gundogan and Stones. And I don't think I'm going to triple captain Stones, but...
why not?
Exactly.
You know everything, John Stones.
I can't... I'd like to bring in KDB, but I don't think I could have the funds for that move unless obviously I'm taking a minus, and I don't like taking minuses. So who would you go for out of Foden and Gundogan, or do you think they'll both miss?
Right.
And I have one more question after.
Hey, what do you mean, Ray? Put the sacrificial lamb in
You're kind
first.
of asking us the impossible here, Focus. I'm not going to lie. You're asking us to try and guess Pep, and you know that's impossible.
Easier question.
May I? Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You said.
Ray, do you want to answer the question? No, never mind. Let's go.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, Nim goes Ray, and then it's like, no. So with Gundogan, obviously, I've been spouting about it. Kurt, I don't know if you know, but I said Gundogan would be a good option. So I thought that, and Nim Freer, I would not use a triple captain chip on him because even though in the last game, I wrote a piece about it, he was still in very advanced areas. I just think I still have to analyse the data a bit about Gundogan's positioning, Graham.
Yeah, it seems to have moved, doesn't it?
No, he was. So he played more on the left of the three and wasn't acting as a pivot. So with John Stone's goal, Gundogan was actually right behind him.
Pivot.
But I would save that triple captain maybe for an amazing single game week or something like that, mate. That's genuinely what I'm saying, because I don't think Gundogan, Foden or Stones are good options for the triple captain. Even though I would captain Gundogan, I don't think I'd put triple captain on. That's what I personally think.
So there is some talk, right, that there may be a big double game week right at the end of the season.
That would be epic, wouldn't
That
it?
would be pretty epic. So I mean, I think I'm kind of with Ray. I'd be happy to captain, but I don't know about triple captain on Gundog. I mean, even then, I'm still like, well, should I maybe be going Kane against Crystal Palace? But then I feel a little bit burnt with players against Crystal Palace now, so I'm like, what to think about that one.
The thing is, I'm likely going to captain Diaz in the next game week rather than Gundogan.
Nice.
Sorry, please continue. But
no,
I'm just trying to be shield this week. I think it's a shield game week for me.
Yeah, I mean, I have Cancelo, so it's a little bit scary.
Sometimes shield game weeks can be so good, though, can't they? Like, you survive people that are using the chips because they just don't hit. And you're like, well, got through that one, saved a chip. Just hope for another double game week. And one more question. One more. I have Vardy up front. Leicester, obviously, no Barnes, no Maddison. Nothing to them. Vardy's not getting service. Who do I replace Vardy with? Big budget. I think it's 10.5.
Do you have any money in the bank?
No, I don't actually. No.
What's the other front line? Who's the other two?
Hang on. I think I got 0.3, and then it gave me 10.5.
Down the back of the sofa.
Who's the other two, Greg? Strikers.
Sorry?
Who's the other two strikers?
I've got Bamford, and who else have I got? I forgot. Mine's gone blank. Let's have a look. Probably like my game weeks most of the time. Going blank.
Was it Antonio?
Yeah, he's on my bench. That's why. Antonio, yeah.
Memory.
Yeah, so I'd go Watkins because...
That's what I was going to say.
Plays game week 29.
Game week.
We're not 17 times.
Honest to God. And I think I remember last year, game week 23 was like an absolute flop for Brett, so I could see
I know. I'm still to have 10 players, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to get a shit score.
Benteke, says Mig.
Oh, I love it. I think Watkins is what I was going to say, just because of that non-blank, and he still seems to be ticking away even without Grealish being there. So yeah, you could go Richarlison for a couple of game weeks, but you got to take the risk. He's against Liverpool next, is it, or Chelsea? It's got a tough fixture, I know that much.
Who? Sorry,
Richarlison.
Chelsea away.
So I'm actually thinking about benching DCL for that one. Just because I probably don't want to not play my Leeds lads. So it's going to be really difficult not to choose who to bench otherwise. So I think I'll probably end up benching Calvin for that. Of course, he'll end up scoring like 3 goals against Chelsea, just typically, because that's the way that this season seems to be going. But yeah, I'll maybe save it, Gray, and I like Watkins. I don't know if Jay's got any thought on that.
Nope.
No, Kurt?
Not that hasn't been said.
Any
Watkins
out there
looks
forward picks? Yeah.
Watkins looks all right, yeah.
Like Watkins. Cool. Right then, buddy, would you like to do a quick fire for us, and then we'll move to Jeffers' corner?
Well, there's not really too many questions in the chat.
No, not even
No,
one
not
or two?
really. McTavius asked, whether that's something, right? Apart from that, there isn't really much in the chat from what I've seen.
Jones Bloke 79's got one there, I can see.
Has he?
Yeah, get rid of Vardy for
Oh, there's no
Jesus
question mark.
if not tripled up.
I thought that was answering the Vardy question.
That's what I thought.
Oh, was it? I thought it was a question, sorry.
No, I've looked back and, yeah, there isn't really...
Okay.
much in
Where's
terms of
Brett has been
questions.
asked.
We don't know. Where
He
is
was
he?
meant to be here, he just didn't show up. Obviously doesn't care.
It's the triple captainship.
Here comes the questions now. They're firing them in.
Oh, here we go. There we go. Get on it, Kurt.
Okay, here's a question. Lingard best replacement for Barnes.
Flooding it.
Barnes
Brett,
replacement.
come back.
Yeah, where's Brett? Quick fire. Come on, where's the clock and everything, man? Come on.
Kurt, you're doing a good job, mate. Please continue.
You know
You
what?
would go against me.
Right, hold on. I'll just pass this over to Nim. So, Nim, best
Oh, here we go.
Barnes replacements.
Okay.
You.
Thank you very much.
Right, no, I have to pass that on to Jay.
Yes. I got out of that one.
there's an option right there. It says, okay, here's a question. Lingard best replacement for Barnes. I think that's a good
It's
replacement.
freebie,
Yeah.
It's a great
Lingard-
replacement because he's
Lingard
got
is what I would
game
say.
week 29.
Yeah, but he doesn't have game week 28.
28.
Bench him. Depends on your team.
To be fair, it's a tough fixture anyway. You could do.
We did talk about Saka as well, potentially.
Yeah.
And
I
he
really
also
like- I
has
really like
game
the
week
Saka
29,
What about Al Ghazi?
who has game week 29.
You know what? Grealish could be back by then, couldn't he?
That's
Try
what
your way.
that I've been
Good.
benching him. I've literally had Grealish on my bench for about 2 or 3 game weeks now, waiting to hear any sort of news that would confirm if he plays game week 29, and I still know nothing.
That gave me 29 again. Okay then, Kurt. Next one, buddy.
Bruno or Salah out?
2.
I don't know. Bruno or Salah out?
2, no. So who are you asking?
I don't know. Whoever wants it. I don't run a dictatorship here. Like
I'm
gonna
you
say
shout
no.
the questions
I'm gonna
out,
say
he
no,
decides.
straight up.
I would
Anyone
say
can
Salah
have
out.
go.
If you are fixated on a player to bring in, say you really want KDB, and it's those 2 players you're between, I would say Salah has to come out just because he's been not performing for a lot longer, and Liverpool just look.
Go
Clueless.
Salah to Jota.
Exactly what I was thinking, Gray.
Yeah, exactly. You're still covering Liverpool then.
And he's going to play. He's going to play some games as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
keep Bruno. He's like the one good thing about me.
There's nothing underneath.
Ta-da.
Look at that fabulous head. Look at it. Look, no
What?
wrinkles. Where'd you get that thing from so I can get the no wrinkled look?
Yeah, Botox.
Oh, I wondered what on earth you were talking about. I was like,
Me too.
what do you mean nothing underneath? Like, huh? Nothing underneath my head? That's a bit
Yeah,
harsh.
enter caption.
like the GoFundMe page for Focus.
Liverpool have won as well, by the way.
Sorry?
Lost. Chelsea have won, sorry.
Oh,
Good.
whoa.
Good, that's what you
A
get.
whole lot of wrong there. Yeah.
In me replacements.
Have they got a Brighton defender? Their performances defensively have been pretty good recently.
Yeah, I think White or Veltman would be a good shot, and you save money.
Isn't there a centre back that's now a right back or left back because March is injured?
Yeah, Veltman.
Is it
Or
Veltman?
Burn. Veltman or Burn.
I'm
Yeah, I
going to
think
say
Burn's the one I was thinking of.
Burn does my head in though. He gets in great goal screen opportunities so many times, and he just heads it over the bar.
But he's
all
a
the
defender,
time.
isn't he? He's not used to being that far forward.
He's too tall.
I'm going to say Konza or an Aston Villa defender because of you know what.
Do you not want to try and say the Fulham defender?
She's got it now.
Oh, no.
I don't want to. I'm too scared. No, I don't want to. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
Aina's
moving.
good
It's
shot.
a good-
Aina's good shot. Aina's good shot, Nim. You're right.
Yeah.
Aina's good shot.
That's a good shot. Yeah. I quite liked it when you was on there. Anaya. I liked Anaya better. Anyway, I can't rename
Is it
him.
now not an option? Now that he doesn't have the name you want
Yeah,
him to have? You're like,
yeah. No, I don't like him anymore.
not exotic enough.
Well, to be fair, he only played the first half of the first game where he would have got a clean sheet, which is annoying, and then obviously conceded today. So I feel a bit bad that I suggested him last week, but there you are. Fulham have looked better defensively, so I don't think they. I think they were a little unlucky to concede tonight. They did play well, and unlucky not to win as well, or at least draw. So I wouldn't write him off. I still think he looked good, and I don't think he's a bad option. It's just unfortunate after we suggested it last week that he's had a pretty bad double game week. So,
but also as well, I mean, if you're going to get Aina, you're not going to play him in the next two. I mean, away to Liverpool and home to Man City.
yeah.
So I like the Consa shout actually, or Target or someone like that. And possibly a Brighton one, because even though they got Leicester at home, they got their way to Southampton. Then obviously you got the cover for the blank. So, and he's less than me.
Okay, apparently John has already he has Brighton. He's thinking of getting Veltman though. So
okay.
He says he hasn't got Brighton.
He hasn't got Brighton. He's thinking of getting Brighton though, and he's got Target already.
Okay, so yeah, Veltman or White, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay then, cool. Let's move on to Jeff's Corner time. If you don't go follow at Austin66UK, then go and do that, guys. This section allows you as our viewers to get to know us a little bit better, and it's a bit of fun for you guys to join in too. Jeffers will score us accordingly, but I think it's a point this week if we agree on both things, or no point at all. And the question this week, I don't think I've been focused any heads up on this, so he's going to have to go off the fly in this one, is, I think he'll be good with this one, pizza toppings.
Looks like he's never eaten a pizza before. What?
He loves a pizza, I know.
How many?
So we have to choose two each, and then the others have to agree with us on both of those two toppings in order for us to get 1 point. So it's quite strict tonight, I feel. So who wants to go first?
Sausage.
Oh, well, there we go. Focus is straight in. Who agrees?
Okay, two,
with...
buddy.
You need a sausage.
Two sausages.
Double sausage.
I said
Good space.
tuna. Sausage. Not two sausages.
Sausage and tuna.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think they have to be together. I think
They don't have to be together, no.
They're separate toppings. Do we like each one?
I could see Graham putting like a good old tuna with a bit of Sicilian sausage on top.
Okay, no. I'm sorry. I can't do the tuna
both?
bit.
What?
I can't do the tuna bit.
Yeah, no to both for me, man. So
I don't
like
mind
both,
it.
to be fair. I don't
I
know
don't
what they're
mind-
on about, Graham. I think
On a
those are
pizza?
two decent shouts.
tuna on a pizza.
Tuna on a pizza is
I
nice.
didn't
Tuna
say it'd
sweet
be
corn.
controversial. That's why I picked them.
That's not the point. You're meant to try and get points.
Yeah.
Tuna sweet corn on a sarnie, guys. All right.
There you go. Pineapple in the chat.
Yeah, pineapple's a dodgy one.
Yeah, remove John. Sorry.
Okay. Kurt, I'm going to let you go next.
Pepperoni and bacon.
What was that?
What's pepperoni?
Pepperoni and bacon.
Well, I'm going to say
Pepperoni
yes
and
to
bacon.
both.
Yes. Yeah, I'm happy with both of those.
No, you're meant
No
to say
to me.
no to that because you're vegan.
No, I don't like bacon. I don't like bacon on pizza.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's like nobody getting 1 point right now.
Well, no, I think don't we get a point for every person that says yes?
All right. Okay.
To
Okay.
both. So I
Your
think
turn, Nin. Nin, you-
Okay. Me. Okay. So I'm going to say...
Look at that handsome fella. What a handsome fella. Look at that focus face.
just looks like he's gonna hurt Kurt. It's like,
I am because I see.
you.
Oh, wait, whoa, guys! I see the reruns. Okay, so I see what Kurt's doing. I'm like, cheeky. Go on him.
Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go with the real basic, and I'm going to say the marinara sauce. So the tomato sauce is topping.
That doesn't count.
And yes, it does. It's the topping. If you didn't
Tomatoes
have
depends
it,
on every pizza.
Jeff didn't say
it's the marinara
no
sauce.
to it. And you can
It's
have
a
barbecue
topping.
base.
Yeah, you can have barbecue. You can have tomato and garlic sauce. You can have all different sauces.
Barbecue base as a topping.
Yeah,
What about
you
the
can,
sauce?
It's
you
a debate
can
of if it
replace
is a
the
base
puree
or
with
topping.
barbecue sauce.
If a base is a
disgusting.
topping, then it counts. If base isn't
Yeah.
a topping, because it's the base.
Okay, bread and cheese for me then.
Well, cheeses was going to be my next one because people
you
have
can't
triple cheese.
You can't have
That's not
marinara
right.
and cheese.
That's not
no.
right.
Jeff,
It's
please
triple
do not give her.
cheese.
She's gone for the two easiest possible options ever.
Okay, do
Yeah,
you want
get on
me
the
to
chat.
choose?
I like the actual dough. That's pretty important.
No, that's the base. That's the base.
So is a marinara base.
I'm not.
It's
I
not.
can't accept
It
that.
goes
It
on
is.
top of the
No,
base.
Stuff
because-
goes on top of the base. Stuff goes
When
on
you-
top of the marinara.
When you order pizza, you
No.
don't change. You don't select your marinara sauce. It's already there.
I changed my marinara sauce to garlic and tomato.
I
which
was
is
going to
different.
support you with marinara if you didn't go for cheese. You went for marinara sauce.
All right, I'm going cheese and bread, guys. Do I
So
win?
what if I had triple cheese? That's a
Well, name a
topping.
cheese.
No.
Don't. You could name a specific
Mozzarella.
cheese. Not
Mozzarella,
mozzarella,
then.
like an extra cheese.
It's a cheese.
You're just
The sauce
picking what
does not
pizza
count.
is.
Baby
Thank
Bell.
you, Kieran. Kieran, thanks, Kieran. The sauce does not count.
I
I,
was
agree with
literally
you.
going
Alright,
to try and
I will
support you on the
choose-
sauce, but you
I
went
will
cheese.
I will choose two different ones.
No, you've had
I'll
your
let
choice.
you guys go first.
Had your
I'll
choice.
let you guys first. No. Well, then they have to be allowed. if you're
Buttery
going to say
biscuit
that.
base.
I
Like
love
a cheesecake. Like a
that. I
cheesecake.
love that. I love that. Go on then. Have yours, and I'll think of two different ones.
Beef and onion.
I like beef and onion.
I don't like the beef.
Have you
the ground
realised
beef
that
bit.
I've said yes to everything?
I know, it's hilarious, actually. Yeah.
Jay just loves pizza.
Is it a pizza?
I like the onion
Cool, I'll
bit.
eat it.
I like the onion bit. I'm not so keen on the
Okay.
ground beef bit. Kurt hasn't said yes or no. That one.
Yes or no? Sorry, I was
Beef and
the
onions
picture.
was the next one you got to decide on.
Yes
like
to
the
beef,
onions.
no to onions.
Ooh. Okay. What about you, Focus?
He's already
He
said,
said it, sausage.
It's sausage.
He said-
Sausage
No,
twice.
I mean, does he like beef and onion?
I like being on a pizza.
The way he said it was as if he was like the first time he's heard the word like sausage.
He put in the chat he's got pork Tourette's.
Oh, my word! This has gone out of hand.
Go on him.
Okay.
What, bread and
Marshmallows.
Cheese and tomato is a topping. I don't care what anyone says it is, but I will choose two different ones. What about? They're controversial. Not my favourite, but
Don't say
chicken
pineapple.
and sweet corn.
Yep.
Yes,
I
for
love
me.
them both.
Yeah, yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Great.
she's somehow gone from complete
I
argument to,
pulled it
yeah, sure.
back here somehow. He's not sure. Come on, double sausage man, you can do it. Chicken and sweet
Yeah, you
corn.
better change your name to sausage, mate. FPL sausage.
FPL sausage taken already.
Oh, Jay. Oh, I love you guys so much. You
Chicken.
really laugh.
Great, do you say yes?
Sweet corn, no, not for me.
Oh, no one got a point.
Ah.
Damn.
Well, Jay seems to think it's each person. I
There
thought
might
that.
not be, but that's how
Yeah.
it's generally worked.
Makes put gammon. Gammon on pizza. None of us went for a sweet pizza.
Because that's stupid.
Yes.
Or the one that made complete
John.
controversy.
John Tyner.
Or the ones who made complete controversy on Twitter with Lynn and the whole banana pizza thing. Did you guys see
I
that?
can sum up banana pizza quickly. Let me just sum up banana pizza.
Oh, she's Noshk as well, isn't it? I think she's
Pepperami.
Norwegian.
Okay, cool. All right then, guys. Well, we'll move on. Sausage.
Amazing.
Oh.
Why are we moving on? Do I not get a go?
Oh yeah, sorry, Jay.
Oh, damn.
Let's just move on. Forget
I thought
Jay.
you'd been.
Jay
Oh,
wanted to buy
I thought
some.
you'd been.
You got audited.
That's it. Stream over.
Censored.
No goodbye. Bye.
Like, if everyone's only getting 1 point, no, we're done.
Yeah, exactly.
If everyone has to agree, then we're done here. No, go on, Jay. Sorry, buddy.
So I was going to go with mushrooms and actual pieces of cut tomato.
Oh, like the Italians do.
Yeah.
Oh, you won it on the mushroom for me, and then you broke it with the pieces of tomato.
That's fine, isn't it? The only other option I could think of that hadn't been said was chilies. And I was assuming someone would probably say no to chilies.
Yeah, that's actually
Jay's answer, all of the above. Thanks, Mick.
About jalapenos. I mean,
I love jalapenos.
Yeah, I would have been okay with that.
Kurt?
No
Would you have gone with
to all three of them.
jalapenos?
Cool.
Sorry?
He says no to all three. So mushrooms, tomatoes, and jalapenos.
I would have said yes, mate.
Yeah. Well, I would have gone with the jalapenos and the mushrooms. But I'm weird with tomatoes. I have to say, like, I like them mushed up, but I don't like them unless they are roasted whole.
I like my food mushed up.
Yeah.
So I don't have to chew it.
What about
Baby food.
So true when it comes to tomatoes. Unless they're roasted tomatoes. I quite like roasted tomatoes, but actual, like, chunks of tomatoes,
I said sliced, not chunks.
Yeah, but then
sliced.
I don't like. Yeah, no. It's
a
the
difference.
watery bit in the middle. I don't know.
I understand.
But how
I have
can-
an Italian grandfather, and there's a big difference between tomato types.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I'm with you. Yeah, yeah. If you'd said sun-dried tomatoes, I might have gone with you.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit posh though. Doesn't really go with my YouTube image.
YouTube image of beer and chopped tomatoes.
Exactly. Had to be chopped.
Chopped.
Not smushed.
Not
Because smushed isn't manly.
or roasted. It's far too posh.
Yeah.
Oh, what? I like my peas mushy, makes sense.
I like my pizza
Yeah, me
like
too,
I like my
mushy
peas
pizza,
mushy. You like your pizza mushy? What kind of pizza's that?
Probably making fun out of me there with
Well,
my pureed food.
the thing is, if it is a point for every person that says yes to both, I've literally just given you all points. You're all lucky to come up against me. So I've just said yes to everything. None of you said pineapple, so I was never going to say no.
spinach and asparagus?
Yep.
No.
Not on pizza.
No.
I mean, I
love
love
spinach
the two,
on
but not
pizza.
on pizza.
What about peppers?
Yep.
I like a good pepper on a pizza. No, Ray. See, that's why I didn't stick. 'Cause I thought, it's too controversial, that one. But I like peppers on a pizza.
Next week, find toppings on a pizza that Jay doesn't like. You get a point.
That's going to be difficult.
I have a question.
Sausage.
That's so funny. I had a question for you guys. Who are you going to captain next game week?
Oh, what? Back to FPL? I thought we're done.
And there's a
I'd relax.
there's a double, obviously for City
Yeah.
and Southampton, but no one's going to captain him.
Um.
Wait. Nim, who are you going to captain?
I am between Gundogan and Kane and Son. So, like I said, I'm a little bit scared about the whole captaining. Best of the guards. Love it. I think I'm a little bit burnt, obviously, with captaining against Palace, but I do think Spurs are a different team to United and might be able to find a way around that Palace defence. It's on Gundogan at the moment, though. It's that thing where I can't really resist a double, even if he doesn't play in both matches. I don't have Diaz, and I like Focus. I don't think I'd really, as much as John Stones is a legend, I don't think I could quite stretch to captaining him. And I think Cancelo's a great player, but I do worry about Pep Roulette. So, yeah, I mean, probably Gundogan or Kane. Haven't settled yet. Sorry, buddy.
Jay?
Mine's currently on Kane.
How much are you pretty certain on that percentage-wise?
No, what will happen is I'll read my comments and they'll say you're not captaining a double game week player, and it'll go on Gundogan. But at the moment, it's on Kane. If I don't look at my comments, it will stay on Kane.
Okay, so you're going to look at your comments.
I'm trying not to. I haven't looked at them all day.
Kurt?
Probably Edison.
Nice.
Gray?
I might go Antonio versus Leeds.
Wow.
I just think the way Leeds play the whole season, it's always an open game. It's always end to end. They give away goals, they score goals. It's always, I think West Ham, I think they can do that. I think Antonio could get a goal. And I just feel with Gundogan and Foden, probably get one game and then I'll be disappointed. And I literally from this season, I feel like not captaining the double this time. The first time not captaining the double.
I'm glad you've gone from triple captain to not captaining the double at all.
No, I didn't have it set on triple.
Oh, right, okay, you're just thinking about it.
You, if I should, what you thought. I wasn't going to necessarily do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Also,
Cool.
I think he's kind of got... Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 and 2, isn't it? So he's returned back on form very quickly. And they were against Spurs and Man City.
Yeah, I regret selling him.
He seems to manage to do it when you think he's not going to.
Yeah. Okay, what about you, Gray?
I am currently got it on Diaz. I think he'll definitely start both games. And when Man City get a clean sheet and like a low-scoring win, he's usually in the BPS. So it would be Diaz. And if I didn't go with Diaz, it would be Gundogan. But I'm like 80% sure I'm going to put it on Diaz and go Shield. I think they'll definitely get a clean sheet from one of the games.
I'm just going to go to our sponsors of this stream and do the captaincy poll and see who's currently leading that. I'll click Diaz there for Ray. And Gundogan is leading the votes with 460 at the moment with 30.85% of the votes. De Bruyne is second with 17.91% of the votes, and Kane is third with 9.46% of the votes. So, yeah, De Bruyne up there, which proves he must be one of the trendiest transfers in this week.
Good segue to look at that.
Hey! Okay, cool, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching. I will pass you over to Jay to wrap us up.
Hate you, Klopp. Hate you, Klopp. Hate you, Klopp. Sorry.
Thank you for joining the stream to see Salah get substituted off and not return as Ray's captain. Great times. So, also, if you have enjoyed it as much as I have, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, as well as checking us out on Twitter and Instagram. It's FPL WildCats, easy to find. Thank you, FPL Focus Graham, for joining us today.
No problem, buddy.
As always.
Thanks, Gray.
And we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Sausage.